Shanghai Dragons versus Seoul Dynasty. This is going to be the finals of the next tournament. Seoul just lost to Dallas, but the way it worked is it was a group stage. So it was just like a group stage with like no semifinals or anything. So it's just Shanghai versus Seoul because they won the most matches. So we're going to be seeing this one here. Seoul they honestly looked fine in our review yesterday against Dallas Fuel. I think they just made a lot of really like weird, dumb mistakes. But for the most part, they look pretty good. They're not playing Sabielby on control anymore. But at the end of the day, Shanghai Dragons are pretty incredible. So I'm excited to see what's going to come out of this match. They destroyed the Charge. It was closer than the series, results say of 3-0, but I think Shanghai is just still probably the best team in the East right now. So we'll see how it goes. I know the results of this match, but we'll wait and see, and we'll go from there.
Well, not rematch. We watched the losers bracket match of the playoffs.
Don't want to give spoilers for anyone who has not seen it. All right, let's get a bit of skip. Oh shit, they were like in the game as I started skipping. All right, here we go.
I think everyone is playing kind of what we expect. Profit on Tracer, Flit on Tracer. Here we go. This is the duel. This is what we're looking for.
All right, so we see the mirror, except the Ash is interesting from Pits.
Coming through on the Sombra.
They don't want to mirror the Sombra, or maybe they just don't like Sombra on this map, but they just don't seem to want to play the Sombra on Fitz, even though I think he was really good on it yesterday against the Dallas Fuel, so we'll see how this works on them. I feel like the Ash makes your dive and your Wrecking Ball significantly worse.
Cap is barely open now. It's starting to get capped. No one's in the hole just yet. No one's kind of been put in.
Oh, gets the manual hack on a Prophet, which is big. Yeah. And they managed to apply the pressure to Fitz, and then he can't do anything. I really do not like this Ash pick. I don't think it's... If you're going to play this much ball, this much dive, yeah, and there's the switch onto the Sombra, sorry. Away from the Ash. I don't know what the plan was. Maybe it's better for the first fight, but surely you'd like to have a Sombra for the first fight, so... A little confused.
We're good.
I like Ash, but not on this point. Yeah, like, I feel like if you wanted to, like, throw it in on a map with good high grounds and instead of play the Sombra, then I could be about it. But not on a control map, especially University. Yeah, Lip's going to get this EMP, and it probably should have big impact. Oh, and Prophet goes down anyway. Not even going to need the EMP to win this fight.
Might not have to now. Convert onto Marvel, onto Creative. Yeah, this is going to be a team wipe for sure. Big opening couple of fights here for Shanghai, especially given that Lip still has EMP. You have a lot of ults here for Shanghai. So, predictions have closed. Final voting is 49% Seoul, 51% Shanghai. Okay, so just a 2% difference. We're going to get 2% difference between the teams. Very close voting.
All right.
Here we go, Lip. Lip has been...
Sorry, I was just having an existential crisis. Preds, if Lip is going to hit anyone with this EMP, dude, Lip is going to whiff it. I think he gets like 3 people. I think he's going to do okay. My fear is that it's not even the number of people, it's just the people that he gets usually have no follow-up. Like, he usually likes to do this kind of shit where he solo EMPs the... Oh, okay. Or he just wins for free. If this is like the classic case of fear of EMP is better than the actual EMP, which is a great thing for Lip because his actual EMPs kind of suck. But he's like using the EMP. Oh my god, look how much he lived with 6 health. That's how much faith he has in his damage. But Seoul was so worried of this EMP that
that's gonna be a Lip EMP.
Why Lip? Like, literally, there is no pressure being exerted from anything. Look at that. Like, there's literally nothing going on. You are fine. You don't even need to force the EMP. But for some reason, he feels like in this moment, he just needs to throw it.
That's going to be a Limp EMP. I confirm it is a Limp EMP.
Jesus, Lip. We got to have a serious talk about this. Like, I don't understand how he's so good at Sombra, just so consistently bad. That was a really bad slam by Marvel. Because you can't really get out of the pit effectively, so he has to go around. It's going to waste a lot of time. Oh, big Diva Bomb. The Void Diva Bombs are just too good. Alright, Fitz actually has a good EMP. Hits 3 people. They did get counter trans though. But I don't know if they have the recovery. They got to be careful. Yeah, I think Prophet's just going to run around. Having the Wrecking Ball Tracer still alive at the end of that is just like too impactful. Yeah, like, I don't know why I saw Seoul not play the Sombra. I actually think Fitz was the most consistent Sombra we've seen throughout this next tournament. He's actually been so good at it, just like across the board. He's not, I don't think he charges EMPs as fast as Lip, but his EMPs are good. So that's just instantly stonks her up. I'm not a fan of using Trance and EMP. Not having Zen damage during EMP is actually big. Yeah, but sometimes it just has to happen, right? If your tanks are too low to do anything anyway. Oh.
I don't think he got booped into mine. I think he just walked into it. So, Marvel's still alive. He got manual hack, but he's still going...
Lip has the world's biggest swings of how good of a player he is. The mines. Honestly, I understand it, Lip. Don't worry. Everyone hits a mine every now and then.
Red team, right? And Lip, he's pulled the dagger out. He stabbed everyone in the back, and he's saying, Seoul Dynasty sends their regards. Fitz now on 85%. No transcendences on any team right now. So this could be a very dangerous EMP. Flooded down to creative. Creative now really popping up. This is the creative.
There it is. Okay, now Soul's bringing it back. There's a little bit of life. Alright, now everyone has the EMP. Honestly, a lot of this like time given is just on the back of Lip, just fucking it up. That's a nice little right click spot. That was the Custa death. You know, everyone, as I said, it happens to everyone. Hey, he tried to bait out the trance, but Izuyaki doesn't even have it.
Percentage cap. Okay, great kill. Lip's taken down.
Oh, there you go. Lip gets Profit. Solo kill on Profit is interesting.
EMP came through, so no idea what he hit. It didn't catch that. And missed the EMP.
Fitz gets an okay EMP. It doesn't really do a lot. Oh, I guess it forces out the trance because it hits the tanks, which is actually not bad. Honestly, I'll take that. When did Lip EMP? Is the real question. When...
Great kill. Lip's taken down.
Oh, he solo EMP'd. Oh, he solo EMP'd Profit. I didn't realize. That makes sense how he got the solo kill. Alright, he solo EMP Profit. Maybe worth. I don't hate the decision. But the thing is, Creative now has the freedom to use Transcendence whenever he wants. So now, yeah, I actually kind of like what Soul's done way more. I like that bomb gave them so much space, split them up, and then they engaged with the trance. I don't think either team have got very good value out of any of their ultimates yet. Alright, here comes the Void D-Bomb. Is he gonna get... Oh, nice stick! Oh! Gets Izzy and Void. The Profit effect. Dude, Profit is actually just insane. He's just so good. Just in this tournament alone, you can't even count on two hands how many times Profit has just got 3 or 4 Ks to open up fights. Like, it's just insane. It's like Lip got Marvel too, but weird EMP. Yeah, like, it wasn't a great EMP anyway. Like, it was okay, but not great. Like, it's nice to be able to get the Tracer, and I understand the idea of it, but the problem is if they can't capitalize fast enough. Like, I think Seoul had Rally and Trance to be able to slow down that fight. For Profit to get back anyway, so.
We start where we ended last night. This is where, sadly, all the Seoul fans lost their coins.
See how Seoul does. Alright, please don't come out on Ash again. This would actually be a way better map, in my opinion, for Ash. But I just think Sombra's better. Like, Sombra's just straight better in this current meta. With the Wrecking Ball, with the Divas, with the Tracers, like, it's just, the Sombra just gets so much value. Interesting that Shanghai prioritized getting the Mega Pack in that room, while Seoul prioritized getting the top right. I don't know which one I like more. I think the positioning is really nice, but if the fight goes long enough where Fate can utilize this pack effectively, then they're just fine, right? Like, you can't be upset about that. Dude, Flutter's aim is just, I was like snapped.
Another manual hack onto Void. Points opening. Seoul right now has a decent advantage, but Marvel has been manualed as well.
Alright. Profits just feels like he's invisible. Alright, never mind. Everyone's looking at him. Ooh, clean shot by Izuyaki. I think Izuyaki getting that kill on Profit is pretty much the team fight win. I think Ash is strictly high ground / point plus point here. Yeah. The problem with Ash is that she's great if you can control high ground, if you already have space. But Ash against these compositions is really poor if you don't have point control, right? If you can't are the one who has to aggress into the Sombra Tracer, you're always just gonna get caught and you're always gonna die. But if you have that positioning and can hold the positioning as Ash, it's pretty solid. So.
Profit's already had the recall, which is not ideal. That is a beautiful stun coming through from DJ Gon.
How did Profit get there?
Fitz is down. Oof. Iziaki, great shot.
Iziaki's just popping.
So control still in the favor of Dragons right now. Iziaki and Creative about to get their ultimates. Lip and Fit still kind of falling behind. They've really slowed down. Fate's been caught. Profit.
Oh, he's going to transit. I actually don't hate the Transcendence for it.
To be fair, that was a great play by Profits because now Iziaki does not have Transcendence for Fitz. Fitz is
they can't punish Profit though, which is not so great.
he's gonna go, catches three.
Yeah, it's that. Honestly, I don't hate the EMP. It almost feels like they're not over. Oh, that was not good by Fitz. Oh, he actually hit everyone with it. I didn't even realize it actually went out. So that's actually not too bad since it actually went out. I thought it got cancelled. Oh god, there are mines everywhere.
For the time being, especially with Iziaki taking Creative down. Animo's rally's about to run out as well. It's hard.
Honestly, I think the biggest difference we're seeing right now is Creative versus Iziaki. I think Iziaki's getting so many picks on these Sombra Traces, and we're not really seeing that from Creative right now.
Push on the point anymore. Backing away. Rally's gone. Both EMPs used.
Lip's going to get a way faster EMP here as well. I think Solar are in trouble. They literally have nothing. They have a Diva Bomb. But Diva Bomb's so inconsistent if you can't pair it with anything else.
It actually nearly got cancelled. It was like a half a second away. Void nearly got that. That was pretty huge. But they survived for now.
Nice use of the third person, yeah. Honestly, Spectating's been pretty good throughout this tournament. Oh, Prophet forced to use recall early. Could hurt. He's still going aggressive even though...
So one thing Dragons are doing well. Dragons are consistently hitting the 99% mark, but can they actually win?
Oh, that. Oh, wow. I'm very surprised that that didn't work. That was very close. Good catch by Animo. So Lip solo EMPs Creative and gets him. Honestly, not bad. You see a pretty clear difference in how they like to prioritize their EMPs between Lip and Fitz. Feels like Fitz likes to use it on the tanks and force out and give their team space and aggression and then trade out for the Transcendence, while it feels like Lip prioritizes a lot more in getting one individual pick. He would rather like EMP the Tracer, the Zenyatta, or anything like that, just try and get anything they can. So Bring surviving pulse bomb, dude, couldn't be me. I've never caught a pulse bomb.
Here we go, Flitter. It's Flitter time. Dude, this Flitter guy's pretty good. I hope he makes the Overwatch League one day. It's not bad.
Alright.
Round number 3.
We should see pretty much a mirror. I don't expect any different. This is literally the bread and butter map of this composition. So it'll be interesting to see. Wait, let me close Overwatch. I'm getting beeps and boops.
Then they dropped 100 in a row. On Gardens, they went 99, they got the one.
Oh, he gets the hack on the Sombra. Oh, wow, that was a big play. You see that by Fate? He manages to hack the touch the Sombra before the other before his Sombra gets there, so therefore it could get caught by Fitz. Sorry, by Lip. That honestly that won them that team fight. That individual play gave them so much space because all of a sudden they had that mega pack to play around. So actually insane play by Fate. Really cool rollout by him.
Gon gets a second kill on the Prophet. Fitz dies on 43, and now look at Lip's EMP charge. Whole mama.
I mean, if you get problem with the EMP, yeah, that's honestly that's true.
Lip is back. Lip is back, my friends. Okay. Creative's on 21%. Lip has EMP. Lip has EMP.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy, actually. That's a pretty crazy recognition by Admiral. Lip has EMP before Creative has 25% ult charge. They're not going to be ready for this EMP, I don't think. I think oh, yeah, I was going to say, if I was going to go for one where you're going to get a lot of people, I don't know why he feels the need to just, like, run into their face. I feel like he could have positioned himself way better for that. But it's not going to matter. Like, he's going to get it for free. The tank's going to live. He's going to start farming again.
Flitter has a pulse bomb. Flitter gets a kill to Marvel as well. Fitz on 93 now. Iziaki should counter.
Oh, they're just cleaning up so well. Seoul just looks like they're all caught all over the place, and Shanghai's just winning 1v1 after 1v1. I don't think he expected. Maybe he didn't expect them to jump up, and he was expecting them to go down the stairs and then go up the other stairs instead of like run around. So.
Lip is even like halfway to his next EMP. Lip right now, I don't know where Lip was for the previous 2 rounds, but Lip right now is going. He's full sicko mode. He's gonna start lapping people. Lip is straight up gonna.
Oh, this is a cool tech by Fate.
Pretty soon. Here comes Fate.
Oh, actually, oh my God, Fate's playing with fire.
Fate nearly ran into traffic there. He's hacked.
Oh, is he gonna live? No way! No way! No way! He can't keep getting away with it. That is insane that Fate lives with that little amount of health after getting stunned. He kind of bricked the rollout. Like, you could see the idea of what he was going for, but he bricked it. But even then, I don't even think it's going to matter. This round has just not even been... Oh, big EMP by Lip. That pretty much puts this nail in the coffin right here. Fitz hits nobody as well, yeah. Lip used 2 EMPs, and Fitz only used 1 and didn't hit a single person, just because of the amount of pressure that Lip's putting out from his EMPs. Oh yeah, Shanghai definitely got this in the bag. It was 8? Oh wow. He was not fated to die there. Boo!
Lip went to the bathroom, he got a glass of water, he was chatting to his mum, he came back to the bedroom, he was like, what are you doing, dude?
Honestly, I don't even think you can put it on Lip. I honestly think the rest of their team just literally didn't get any space. Like, I don't think it was as much on Lip there, on how they were unable to get the position. Like, it feels like Fitz was given too much, Lip was given too much space. It's not on Fitz, in my opinion. I think Fitz, honestly, doesn't have a whole lot of effect. The Sombra v Sombra matchup isn't generally actually Sombra v Sombra. It's more like Sombra versus the other team and Sombra versus the other team. Like, that's how it generally works out. Alright, we're getting a TP strat. I don't like this. Way too telegraphed for my liking. I think as soon as it gets gathered by the Sombra, I'm not a fan of this play anymore. I feel like they can lose so much for losing this fight. Like, if this doesn't work for this first fight, they're in a lot of trouble. Is Joshua gonna die? Oh, is this gonna work? Oh, nice. Nice position by Fitz. Catches Izzyaki on the jump.
Gesture kind of owned Dragon's push just right there by himself. That was a massive.
There it is. Yo, what's up, Arena? I'm not gonna watch a video. I'm sorry. I found myself. Nice. All right. So here's the problem with going for this strategy of running for the SimTB. They're not even switching it as well. I'm actually shook they're not gonna switch it. This is like, so now all of a sudden Fitz is gonna have an EMP. So all of a sudden this TP strat is like pretty much a free fail. Like, if they TP anywhere, they have to just bait it at this point, right? Like, they can't even take the TP. Oh, so they're going to go high ground. But it's like, what do you really get out of this? Like, they know that they're walking into a Sombra EMP. I feel like this is just... This is going to cost them too much. Oh, there we go. Here we go. Yeah, I think you just shoot the tanks. I think you just give it on the tanks and kill them. Yeah, like, I think you take those for sure. Oh, the window's nice. The window is nice, actually. Oh, Prophet gets caught. So now all of a sudden, this could be a good strat because the mayor's there. Oh, they get the trance out? Oh, yeah, I think Seoul might have botched this a little bit. They need another ultimate now. Oh, God, it's going to work. These kind of plays always give me fucking PTSD because these kind of things go wrong so quickly. Keeping the team up right now. Flux from Void will catch Animo as well. Both supports down. Animo wow, and it works. He gets a chance to use Rally. To use self-destructs, can't get any kills. Can't do too much more. That's actually kind of insane. That's actually kind of insane play by Shanghai. That just shows their coordination, their trust, and their ability to work together. I also think maybe Fitz was a little early on the trigger. Like, the Shanghai Dragon, like, you could have easily put someone on the point. If they just put, like, the Wrecking Ball on the point or the Diva on the point to just, like, bounce off it so the tick doesn't go up. Because, like, Shanghai were kind of baiting it. And it worked, but it also, like, didn't. Oh, that's a problem. That's a problem. Yeah. This is just going to snowball like crazy. Do too much more. His focusing beam's gone. Prophet's already used the beam and he can't get more damage done. So he's literally hiding his own 100 HP. Oh! He gets owned by Flitter. Wow. Alright. Shows you how much I know. Big plays by Shanghai. Just absolutely pushing it through. I love the pace in which they're playing. Like, I think they recognize that Seoul is going to be ready for it, but they're playing in a style that is going to make it so that it's almost... It's very hard for them to react effectively. Tracer Sombra Wrecking Ball Diva doesn't actually have a whole lot of damage, right? So that's sort of like the weakness of the composition. But if you have ultimates, it's good. If you have those EMPs, it's good. That single botched EMP that didn't get enough value and then they traded for profit, like, pretty much resulted the demise for the rest of that map because it's just like, as soon as they could snowball, like, you saw how much value Lip got with that Mayout. I think it was Lip with the Mayout. In that final fight, they just TP over, they just go, go, go. They knew exactly what to do versus that EMP. That was nice. Yeah, I feel like Seoul sort of played into the hands of the Shanghai Dragons after that. I still think it's a gamble though. Like, if they don't botch that EMP, I honestly think Shanghai's in like a really bad spot. They only get really one more fight after that, And then that's the fight that they have to win. If one thing goes wrong in that situation, then you're full held. And that's like a pretty big feels bad. So we're going to see Lip actually come out on the Ashe on this defense. And this is sort of, I actually don't hate this Ashe. This is the situation that we were talking about where Ashe is valuable. You already have the defensive position. You have the high ground. It's very hard for the Seoul Dynasty to get on top of you. The Ashe is actually going to get a lot of value compared to the Sombra, right? Where it's like, it's going to be really hard to get the value out of the EMP, get behind them, charge that up really quickly, and then get value from it because the team's playing so defensive. So I actually really like this Ashe pick in comparison to how Seoul decided to use it. Dynamite's so strong, yeah.
Ashe this time around for the defense. Okay, here we go. Fitz is going in.
Interesting. Look at that set play from the Wrecking Ball and the Sombra. I think you get the other health pack here now as well, right? Yeah. Fitz gets both health packs. I like the play by Seoul. That's actually a really smart play. They now have the position. They have the left side. They can control it. Now Shanghai sort of gets cornered themselves. They don't seem too upset about it. Especially if how does Gesture fall off the map to Void? That's a big failure right there. Like, that's going to cost them a lot. That cost them for the 45-second setup time. All of a sudden, Shanghai can take control of those packs again, take control of the right side. Anyone who was in for Seoul has to get out. And they sort of flipped it over. You see the Tracer and the Sombra have sort of rotated up to the left side. But look, they're kind of split now. Like, they don't... And Shanghai is, like, in pretty good position. Oh, I don't know if I like how much Lip's standing up here, though. Yeah, I don't know if I like this by Lip. Oh, Flutter wins the 1v1 though, which is like probably the most important 1v1 out here.
Now Flutter has to carry. Flutter, you better start deadlifting right now. He's got a pulse bomb available. First ult of this fight. Creative, nice kill.
Nice. This is just chaos right now. This looks like a ranked game. Creative is just walking around. Creative's like, why is nobody looking at me? Guys, I'm just walking around the point and nobody wants to look at me. Yeah, surely they recognize that there's a free Zen somewhere. Oh god. Okay. Yeah, and Seoul are just getting the respawn advantage right here, so they probably should get the first point for this. Oh, doesn't get the pulse. Oh, he goes for it. It's what the Sombra team wants, the chaos. Yeah, for sure. Like, you see Lip is trying. Oh, Gesture dying might potentially result in a re-contest. Oh, wow. What is that? Dink. Oh, did that hit the Zen? Oh, it hit the Zen. Oh, C9! No! That is looking bad for Seoul. I actually think Shanghai probably win that fight. That's a Shang 9 if you've ever seen one before. You can't really... Oh, he's just going to take a free tick as well. Wow, okay, you fucking take those. Big play by Gesture. But I honestly don't blame Fate for going for that play of the slam on the Zen. I think they needed that, but they needed to coordinate that and communicate that so someone else would touch the point.
Shanghai Dragons have.
Shang 9 times, so more like Shang 9 1.3%. Oh, 133%.
Shanghai probably gonna have 5 when Flutter gets his pulse bomb as well. So, I mean, the window of opportunity for
Shanghai should be fine here, in my opinion.
It's been closing. People keep dying. When Seoul are meant to be double capping, people keep dying.
Oh, creative. Lip dies. I don't even know how that was. That must be a right click. Fitz?
Solo kill onto Lip.
I think Fitz needed to be in a better spot there. I think he got caught out in the open there. You really, like, especially after they get that pick on Lip, they need to go fast, right? They have a timer before Lip starts coming back, drops his bob, like we're seeing. So then I think they're just going to bleed out. Yeah, I think that one was on Fitz. That was a great pick by Creative, but Fitz needs to just play faster with that EMP. I don't even think he needed to hit, like, big targets. I think they just needed to force out more ultimates by coming in with that EMP. Instead, he gets forced out by... I think he got forced out by a solo diva, right? God, is Yaki holding his trance? Yeah. Diamond hands over here. My boys call this Yaki the Diamond Hands. Void did some spy check. Yeah, but like Lip put himself, I think, in a bad spot. Fitz put himself in a bad spot where he couldn't... Like, he sort of like walked into the open, right? Oh, and he's going to use it on the coast here? I actually don't hate that because they coordinated with the other team going in top right at the same time, but the losing Fitz there is going to be really bad. Oh, Eziyaki.
Man, fuck that. I'm gonna return the favor. He gets 2 as well. So, despite the best efforts are creative, Izyaki's also on the other end. Fitz at this stage has also gone on to...
Why get GME when you can get IZK? Exactly. Exactly. Alright. So now we're in the hell that is 2CP. So they got another tick from that? That's actually crazy. Shanghai is literally just giving them points for free.
The third tick's gonna come through and Seoul will miraculously cap under the nose of the Shanghai.
I fucking hope not. I hope Avril's wrong. I will be so sad if Shanghai just gives up another tick. I don't know who's messing this up. I think it should be on Void a lot, honestly. I think this must be Void. To the moon. Fit swapping, going to the offensive Sombra, Ash. I don't hate it. I honestly don't hate the switch to the offensive Ash. I think he's struggling to get value with these EMPs with how far back they're playing. And it seems like Shanghai's willing to give them this top right. So, okay, Izzyaki just whipping it out. The diamond hands getting another kill once again. Oh, man. Are they going to use the trans... Oh, wow, that's a great pick on a fighter. The problem I think they're going to run into is Lip is going to get a bob here, and I think this bob is going to be a problem. If it's used effectively, I think it's going to be a problem. Yeah, they just... It doesn't feel like with this composition from the Seoul Dynasty that they can ever get the positioning onto the point. Like, even if they get picks... Oh, that's a problem. Even if they get picks, they can't take enough space and they can't get enough picks before respawners come out from the Shanghai Dragons. They don't have that team fight winning ultimate. And that's maybe why I would be a little upset with the Ash switch. Like, maybe they need that EMP to sort of put the hammer down and then get a quick cap. But, yeah, now, like, how do they win this? They're walking into a rally, a Transcendence, and a Bob from the Shanghai Dragons. Like, I don't know how their Seoul Dynasty expecting to get this. Fitz can maybe bob to the point. As they bob point, they run up with rally. Just to switch to the Orisa. The Orisa gaming. Sometimes you just gotta luck the horse. Flutter Echo, I actually like that as well. Especially against that the switches. I think that I don't really like where Lip put that. This is a much better bob from Fitz's side. If they can't kill it fast enough, which is what's happening, right? They're not killing it fast enough. But look, here's my fundamental issue with the way that Seoul is playing this comp, right? They're just not able to take enough space. It's like, great, you have high ground now, right? You have Ash, you've got the bob out. But they can't... They're not going anywhere. Like, I would have much preferred to have seen Gesture drop when that bob is on that point and take more space and apply point pressure. By just staying up here, the bob dies, and now all of a sudden, all they have is Lip on the high ground. That's what they've get. Oh, Fate kind of ints in there. That might be a big... Oh, Flutter gets caught as well. Okay. And here comes the Transcendence. Oh, okay. It looks like they're going to close it out. I think Fate didn't need to do anything there. I think Fate I think he sort of played into the hands of the Seoul Dynasty. They had 4 people just sitting on the high ground. Like, I don't think they needed to force that dive. If anything, I think you just pressure, you try and boot them off, or maybe that's what he's going for. But
you have to play for the draw, Mora. The only way.
Yeah, the 4-minute draw is gonna be an arse. I'm interested to see if Shanghai's going to go for the Symmetra player, if they're going to go with the consistency of, like, the Sombra on attack. Because, obviously, it worked really well, but as I was saying, with the Symmetra plays, it's very easy for 4 minutes to disappear very quickly when you start trying to go for these TP plays. You probably only get 3 good attempts at it, and especially once Seoul start picking up the ultimates. I would much prefer to see them play this Ash attack. I actually agree with this Ash attack as well. Because what it's going to force them to play in a different style and force the dive. The Ash Echo, so they're not going to dive. They're just going to try and take space and try and play for picks, which is also a dangerous play, but I think I actually kind of like it. We're going to see adaptation from the Seoul Dynasty on the defense, though, with Creative going to the Ana. So they're playing this Ana Winston Zaya composition. Which I don't know if I like. I think they're going to really struggle to hold space. Like, I don't think Gesture's going to be able to do anything against this composition. I think they're getting counter-comped without even realizing they're going to get counter-comped. I wonder if this Ana Winston Zaya play, this composition, is built under the pretense that they think Shanghai might run this Symmetra TP strat again. They'd rather have that Winston Zaya, which would make sense. which I actually kind of like. So I think that's what they're countering, but instead they come up against the Lip Ash. Flutter did switch back to the Tracer though. Nice individual hack. I don't think it's massive. I think it's okay. And here's the problem I think that's going to exist with this Seoul comp is how does Gesture exist? They don't have the solution to. They don't have a way to deal with the Tracer Wrecking Ball. I think that needed to be on Lip instead of Fitz. Instead of Fitz playing for the individual hack onto Lip, who is the Ash, and playing in the background, I think he needed to play to shut down the Tracer Wrecking Ball. But he didn't get enough done. He only has 50% ult charge, and then the Ball Tracer just have free reign.
If they frag Gesture again, it's actually over.
Yeah, Gesture's just never gonna get healing anyway.
He's trying to get pocketed. Oh my god, Fitz is on 84 and he died. So Flitter and Izayaki and Lip, yeah, I think this is done. I'm pretty sure this is done. Gesture's down again.
There it is.
The deadlift is complete.
They don't have the solution. Oh my god. And that's 2-0. Jesus, this is not close yet. Honestly, so this is what I sort of expected from this. Wait, this is kind of what I expected. Oh my god. This is kind of what I expected from this matchup because Seoul haven't looked super clean. I actually like that they go more towards this Winston Zyre. I think they're stronger at this composition. Interesting to see Shanghai is going to play the Winston on attack. I actually really like this. I think Wrecking Ball struggles hard on this first point attack because it's just the grapples to get around is just so annoying, and the dive is actually more effective. Being able to jump up and down, having that bubble. So it makes sense when we're seeing the Winston by both sides here, and we're seeing Ana on the mirror as well, just so that they can get those nanos. I don't know why Fate decides to go in there. I think you're asking to just get mauled for that, but they're existing. I think maybe he's trying to get an nano fast, but I think they're going to get punished too quickly. Oh. Like, as much as they're getting nano, they're giving away so much EMP to Fitz. Like, Fitz is going to have so much EMP. It
doesn't matter if Fitz wakes him up because Fitz is trying to get ult charge anyway. So it's just
I think he should have manual hacked it. Oh.
Towards Fate, but has been pocketed by the DM Avoid. So now we're on 78 for Fitz. He's very much outpaced.
Peace out, Mathematical. Shanghai Dragon through the... Oh my god. These puns. Too much. So here comes the nano. They nano fade in. And it gets to you. Alright. They get value out of the dive. I like it. I like it. Do they have an answer? So they can nano Gesture out here. Ooh, that's a big kill by Lip onto Fitz. Nano Winston? Yeah, I don't think that's gonna work. Oh! How does that sleep work? He was like getting booped at the exact same time. Is Gesture gonna get the primal? I think he... Oh, that's a big kill. Lip dies trying to cast that EMP. So now we have Gesture with the primal as well that he can just drop whenever he wants. I would like to see a manual hack from here. Yeah, just manual hack. Fate just dies for this. Wow, that was rough. That's going to cost them a lot as well. They use their primal and their EMP, their two greatest initiation tools. They're going to get the nano up again quickly so they can nano the Winston in. But like, Animo now has the rally. This is looking really bad. They don't have the EMP as well. This could be a full hold. This has all the yellings of a full hold. It's going to be pretty heavily up to Fletter to get a pulse bomb, I think.
He doesn't even play basketball. He's just a gaming god. And he just bullies the kid on the basketball court. Just slaps that EMP away. And now they have everything. They have 4 more ultimates. Prophet's nearly on pulse as well. Fitz, what are we going to do here, Fitz? What are we going to do?
I actually like this. I actually really like that play. Great coordination with the team. Just gets the tanks, but the supports are going to be in Narnia because they can't step up. And they're not going to get a thing. Oh, Prophet does win. Izayaki is in a very good position. Oh. Oh, wow. That almost got to you. Wow. Lip got another EMP in that time. That is actually insane. Lip gets an EMP quick. To you gets the grab on a Zaya. Oh, the pulse bomb. Oh, the Zaya. Dude, to you's actually farming right now. He's actually doing such a good job of controlling space. That was a big EMP onto the Izayaki. Like the grab. Literally knows the most important target and then saves everybody. Ooh, Void dies late. And then once again, Lip uses the EMP. They don't have anything. They only have the rally to win this point. I think if I'm Seoul, I think I go quick here. I think I go quick with the Winston. I think I nano the Winston in early, and I get Fitz aggressive, get in the EMP, and just end this fight before it begins. Don't let Lee Jae-gung get the value. Oh, they're going to go top against the nano Winston. Oh, yeah. Okay, and here's what I said, right? The Winston goes early. Gets the... Oh, he gets Lee Jae-gung. That's pretty much it. That's pretty much the ball game. Fitz gets the EMP off. There it is. Wow, that's a great play by Seoul. But this is why I would say Numbani is one of the most volatile maps, first points in the game, because it's just so defensive sided. It just takes a couple of things to go wrong, and then all of a sudden the map's just turned on its head. Like, what actually went wrong for Shanghai in that attack? Lip lost that EMP, and they didn't close out the second Lip EMP as well. Like, he gets it, they do it, but they grab onto TU, and that, like, they just live. TU makes a clutch play, getting the grab on the Ana, and then the save onto Animo, and that's enough to help them win that fight. So, two major turning points on that point is what leads to a Seoul full hold. I mean, every Alzaya play does it. Doesn't mean it's any less impressive. Being able to get that reaction and hit it is so clutch. I know Hisu. I think Hisu's more inconsistent. I've actually really grown on the Fitz Sombra. Has actually been really impressing me in this next cup.
But if you spend 10,000 channel points, I can put a Fortnite dance in my background.
Like an actual tank and not just a fat DPS, yeah.
As disgusted as...
Sorry, chat with no, yeah, sorry. I realized that after I was reading everything. But the point still stands. What's the score? 2-0 to Shanghai Dragons right now. This is the third map. And Shanghai just got full held on Numbani. So we'll see how Seoul goes for this. I actually really like the Echo over the Tracer on the attack. Then they're going to play the defensive Winston as well with the Sombra by Lip.
Alright, Prophet this time coming through on the Echo. Let's see how much extra damage Lip can...
If Hisu doesn't do things sometimes, but whenever he does, it's absurd value. Yeah, I think he understands how to do it. I think sometimes he just doesn't know how to adapt to what's happening.
Let's get a little bit more extra damage though after. Oh wow, Lip just got 40% out of nowhere. Holy crap, what is this?
Probably playing from the high ground. Ooh. I don't know if I like that attempt.
50% for Lip now.
Oh wow, that Izyaki's taking a lot of damage. That cost them a pack.
62% for Lip. So we're still climbing pretty high. Lip is different.
Oh, nice sticks. Prophet's just getting so much value from this Echo right here. And this is the value of the Echo, right? Gesture goes so fucking deep. Holy cow. Mandu Animo, sorry, dies for that.
There's a sleeper pog right there. A sleeper pog is when Izayaki hits a nutty sleep. And Gesture keeps eating those sleeps. Fate also...
Might have been a Philly thing, yeah. You can't always put it on just one player when things like that go wrong. Alright, so they're going aggressive. So Lip obviously gets the EMP first. Let's see. This would be the most Lip thing ever to just whiff this and they lose this point because Fitz will get his EMP soon. They're going to get the nano. Interesting how quickly, I guess it's probably a result of the Echo, is that Izayaki gets his nano early. Yeah, I want... Oh! Bro, like, I don't even know. Like, how do you...
Well, Shanghai, let's see what you can do with these ultimates. I would expect the...
I actually think they're going to lose here as well. Because Fate dives in with the EMP. But he can't get nanoed by Izayaki because Izayaki's not in the right spot. So Lip, I don't know why you would ever EMP. Like, if you were in this doorway... I can see it a little bit more, why you would go for that EMP. But here, like, you're just hoping people are in this corridor, which just... Fate hard commits on this. Lip has to run. Fate doesn't get the nano. Oh, he's out, though. He actually managed to get out of that pretty effectively. I'm surprised. I guess everyone from Seoul was terrified of the EMP, that they shouldn't be. Alright, well, let's see how quickly Lip can build another one to throw another one. Jesus.
I'm so sorry to the Shanghai Dragons fans. I apologize.
Oh, he didn't get the hack. Yeah, I think you solo hack Fate in this situation. I think you just kill him. Yeah. That's a... Oh. He has 4 0-hit EMPs. Oh my god, that's actually insane. Yeah, like literally that's a map losing play.
Sorry. Did he hit Fate? Okay, never mind, he hit Fate. I take it.
Yeah, Soul hit Fate. Yeah, Soul's EMP was good. Oh, yeah, there's the grab. Like that's recognizing the win condition. Oh god. Oh no. Let's go, baby. That's gesture. Just doing gesture things. Well, I wish I could say I was surprised, but I'm not. I'm really not surprised at all by that just happened. We literally called it as it was happening. It's one of those things where the EMPs are starting to hurt, yeah, and that one just caught up to them, right? Like there's only so much you can like have that difference of just not getting values. Did he get single value from any of the EMPs that he used in that map?
I'm not lying. I can't make this.
He died during one, and then his other one. No, his other one was good. His other one was good. It just they to you end up recovering from it. Wish they keep the team colors consistent. Are they not consistent? Oh, you mean like red versus blue?
It doesn't matter.
Is it not red versus blue?
It's all good. 47%, 50% for Lip. Look, I don't know if it's...
Alright, yeah, there's not really a whole lot happening. So we're going to see mirror comps on this map, which is not surprising. This is actually a really good Wrecking Ball map, just because of the amount of mega packs, the amount of movement that you can get. So we're going to see Sombra Tracer on both sides, which inherently favors Shanghai Dragons. Shanghai Dragons, in my opinion, is probably the best team at this composition, just with Lip on the Sombra, how much value he gets from it, and the coordination between Fate, Flatter, and Void is just kind of insane. They are giving up a lot of space, which is interesting. I don't think they lost anyone either. They're willing to give up the space and force Soul to walk into them. I actually kind of like this decision. Like, they're willing to give up a little bit of space, forcing Soul to walk forward and then dive. Someone explain to me why the Asian servers are running Winston more, or is it more... Winston Ana seems to be way more prominent in the East right now. And I wouldn't be surprised if we see it moving more into NA. But I think there's a lot of really good Eastern Winston players compared to Wrecking Ball. Red team is the Dragons. No, the red team is the attacking team first.
I mean, that would have been a good time. Oh, Fitz doesn't quite have an EMP. That would have been great.
Anna Winston is being run a lot, yeah, because it's I think it's a direct causation of because Zen get well, actually I think this is before the Zen nest, but I think it's like people are running Sombra to deal with the Tracer Wrecking Ball, so therefore run Winston Ana. It's like those two things are corresponding. Oh, Fitz gets the win.
This is actually going to be really good for Shanghai because this is going to give creative time to build his Transcendence.
Izayaki has a Transcendence, but they don't want to use it right now, it feels like. Animo dying is really bad there. Animo dying and the Transcendence coming out this early. Shanghai does layer their support ultimates, which isn't a big deal because they should have the rally armor, but Fitz hits 3, which is good, but I think it's not the people that you needed it on. I think you really need it on the Zen. Fate doesn't die through it. Yeah, shit, that's going to cost them a lot.
Dude, Fitz is actually just controlling Lip right now. Fitz is
my brain, stop. Ah! Why did he trance? I think he was split from his team, and I think he thought he was about to get dove, so I think he tranced. Big difference so far in this map. Yeah, Lee J Gun's done a really good job of like isolating targets. I also just think Shanghai have a really good idea of how they want to play this composition. I think they just understand their win conditions better than any other team right now.
And so does the rest of Shanghai, apparently.
Like, even with the big picks that, like, Lip got on, that Fitz got on the Lip and stuff like that, they just haven't been able to convert. Gesture gets caught early. I don't even know how he dies before anything else happens. Animo rallies early to get onto the cart. See, but, like, here's what's wrong with that rally, in my opinion, right? So, when does the rally go out? Okay, so here's the situation. Here's the positioning. Fitz is in the back. That kind of stuff. Animo rallies, but the problem I find is that he rallies and runs onto the cart. with the Zen. Like, it feels like the rally sort of forced them onto the cart. They were trying to, like, bait Shanghai to do it. But it just put your Zen in an awful spot. I think maybe creative too aggressive with that rally.
We gotta do 2 full holds back to
With that like, it just feel like Gesture gets punished and then they have nothing controlling the space, and then they just put their entire backline onto the cart, under the guise that the rally was going to keep them alive, and plot twist, it just didn't. So, Fitz switches to McCree at the last second. That's when you know you're in trouble. This Lip EMP, unless Lip just whiffs an EMP, which is not out of the realm of possibility, I think this is going to be a full hold. Like, he doesn't even have to do anything. Like, I don't even like the... Oh. I don't even really like how much space Shanghai gave. Like, it felt like they forced the Diva Bomb and the EMP, like, too early. They're going to get value out of it because they punish creative with the EMP. Because the EMP was good, but it felt like they used a lot and didn't get very far forward. They're now sort of playing the game of they have to hope that they just win the straight-up duels, which they are. They're just going to win the skirmish. But Seoul just had nothing for that. Wow.
Shanghai Dragons. Oof. That really sucks for Seoul.
What's the best way to play this comp? I think the best way to play this comp is to have like your diva sort of playing like as like controlling position between your front line and your back line, and then you have your Sombra always in their back line looking for manual hacks or looking for hacks and just charging EMPs, and then you have your Tracer and your Wrecking Ball just creating havoc and making it as hard as possible for the other team to do anything. And then it's just about coordination and movement. And I think the major advantage that Shanghai has in this matchup is I think Fitch and Gesture are nowhere near on the same page as Fletter and Fate. I feel like they're sort of playing their own game. Sorry, Prophet and Gesture is what I meant. And then I think Animo and Creative are just... Like, Creative's been good, but I just find that Animo and Creative are getting caught isolated more often than Lee Jae Gun and Izayaki. Feels like Lee Jae Gun are literally just like glued together, and that they're working really well around that. But those are the major differences, I think, between these two teams right now.
I don't even know what that is.
Sig Nurse are the biggest nurse so far. Yeah, and I think the Sig Nurse is what ended up resulting in this comp becoming meta. This comp was already pretty prominent, but they used to be hit scan instead of the Sombra because you'd run the Sigma. Because the Sigma... Sombra's not as good against the Sigma. And the Sigma can actually deal with the Sombra pretty well. Just because of the amount of burst damage they have. If you hit a rock, they have the shields, they have the shift, like, right? So...
That'd be a little too hardcore.
I think the Sigma Nurse was generally the thing that created this meta.
Will you be doing our watch parties? I'm planning on...
And you deny hack? Yeah, exactly, right? Like, just more solutions to dealing with the Sombra than the Diva does.
Alrighty, so...
Fitz gets hacked. Where did he get hacked? Oh, I didn't get punished for it. Okay, good peel by the Seoul Dynasty. Making sure that Fitz doesn't get caught for that.
Profit's farming damage. I don't know how, but Profit's on 74%. Yo, somebody stop Profit. He's getting way too much work done.
Profit is just murdering Fate. Fate kind of fucked this up. Yeah, Profit's just...
Like, only hitting Fate. Okay?
Fletter wins the 1v1 versus Profit, which is bigger, right? Because Fate's going to be back in like 2 seconds. And Profit's dead now. Like... Yeah. And it fell... See, and that's sort of what I mean. They should have had an advantage. Like, so where was Gesture during that? Like, Gesture... So, Fate ends up in this massive duel with Prophet. Prophet farms him and gets the kill, and then Fletter goes on to kill Prophet, right? Because Prophet probably used a lot to do that. What the fuck is Gesture doing during the list? Somehow, in a 5v4... so it's just Lip, Void, Lee Jae Gun, and Izayaki versus everyone else that's not Prophet from the Seoul Dynasty. They lose the Diva. I don't know how... And then Gesture somehow has less ult charge as well. Something went wrong there. Where Gesture just didn't get the value. It's always a pure... Yeah, so that Fletter win versus Prophet, that wasn't Fletter just being like, yo, Fletter's better than Prophet. Fletter was helping Prophet at the very end. And, like, Prophet might not have had recall. So it could have easily just been that Fletter had more cooldowns. Fletter had more. Like, that's not the point of what I'm trying to say. I'm trying to say that it was a 5v4 and somehow Gesture doesn't get the value. Lip gets the EMP pretty quick. Gets value. EMP's Gesture. Gets Prophet. And that might just be the ball game, folks.
This map is just gone. Okay.
Lately, I have a lot of questions about. I just don't think Gesture's Wrecking Ball it's not as good as Fate's. And I feel like it has more tendency to int. Like, I think he has the mechanics. I just feel like he has more tendency to int or just not get value that when he really should. So, just on the decline, I think Jesh has been on the decline for a long time. Like, I don't think Jesh has ever been that good ever since they won in Season 1. His Winston, obviously, is still very good. But I don't think his Reinhardt was good in GOATs. I don't think in Season 3 he particularly had a great season. Like, the reason Marvel was, like, the only reason he really played is because they didn't have an off-tank. But even then, he was kind of underwhelming on the Orisa. His Wrecking Ball's okay. Like, he's always had a great Winston. I'm not saying he's bad. I just don't think he's ever hit that level that he had in Season 1 on that Winston, right? He's not that powerhouse main tank.
On my stream now, during a break.
Yeah, I think he just makes a lot of fundamental mistakes from time to time that really cost the team. And I think Gesture is actually a reason that they have so much volatility match to match, week to week. Also, Jesh has an incredible hog. His hog is one of the primary reasons that Seoul went so deep in the playoffs. He's just absolutely fucking alpha. Like, anything where it's like you have to be alpha with your, like, Winston and your Roadhog, that's Gesture's bread and butter. But anything where it's, like, calculated, controlled, like a Wrecking Ball, in my opinion, where it's like everything has a decision, you need to use your cooldowns effectively and stuff like that, I feel like he just struggles a lot more on. So,
let me confirm this one.
Is TU really the only viable tank Seoul has, man? I think TU's been one of the better players on Seoul so far. I would prefer to see Marvel playing the, I would much prefer to see Marvel playing this, I would much prefer to see Marvel playing the main tank when they're playing Wrecking Ball compared to Gesture. If they're going to play Winston at any point, I'd prefer to see Gesture in, but if they're going to play Wrecking Ball primarily, I want to see Marvel in the roster. But I think TU's been good. And he's uncoachable. I don't know if it's possible to say that he's uncoachable, but he hasn't learnt his lessons over the last couple of years. I think a lot of main tanks are going to have a tough year if they can't actually play ball, and that's it. Like, Wrecking Ball is a very hard character to be very good at, especially with how many how easily it is to punish Wrecking Ball with Zen, with Brig, with Sombra. Mechanics are going to be tested, and I think it's going to be interesting to see who is going to be able to keep up with that, because having a bad Wrecking Ball will literally just lose you a series. So we're going to actually see an interesting thing. Seoul is going to play Ash Echo on Control Center. Control Center has almost always been Brawl in this tournament, so this is the first time someone's tried to break the wheel. And we're going to see Shanghai come out on the Ryan Zaya. I honestly think the Ryan Zaya may... Symmetra's just better. I agree. Like, you're just asking to die. Like, they want to create distance by playing on the outside, but you're just... It's... At some point, they're going to have to walk in. And now Fitz goes to Doomfist. I just think I think they're just going to straight up lose this round. Like, I don't think there's any way they win with this. You're just hoping that the Doomfist is going to kill too.
Okay, here we go. Punch, strain to ice block, no kill, not enough damage.
Dude, Lee J Gunn is just fucking... He did not learn anything from those grand finals. He's like, I don't give a fuck. I'm still going in.
Kind of worth. Iziaki has ult already, so Iziaki is going to be popping that Animatrix down in a hot second. Lipper's got another kill, nearly on the photon barrier as well. Okay, dude, if it wasn't for creative farming right now, okay, he's dead. I was gonna say, if it wasn't for creative, I don't know if Seoul would have...
Alright, they're actually managing to turn this a little bit. Alright, there we go.
Ice blocked in the middle of everybody. Okay, dude.
Yeah, there was a lot of punish, so... Alright. I honestly think if you just stitch one person to hit scan, I think this works. I think Lip's going to stay for wall, but I don't know if I like... I guess the Fletter can just mark Fitz now, right? Fletter just has to follow Fitz around. It tends to feed a lot, but people don't really talk about it. Oh, what do you mean? Lee J Gunn became like kind of like a so low-key meme after the finals just because of how much he feeds. Like, I think he gets a lot done as Lucio, and he has very aggressive. And like, he had that like first team fight, he actually got a ton of value. But he just needs to learn to pull back on the reins sometimes, because he, like, inting like that probably cost him that round, that fight. Like, it's fine because I think the team is so good that he generally gets away with it. But he needs to understand when he goes up against the best teams and when he starts getting punished, he needs to stop. Because I have no issue with Lee J Gunn, like, inting in. Every now and then, I think it's good to limit test. As a Lucio in a match, how far can I go? How aggressive can I be before I start getting punished? How much pressure are they applying to me? But when that happens, you need to be able to pull back. And that's what I think happened in the grand finals of Shanghai versus Shock. Is that when they needed him to pull back on the reins, he didn't. Like, especially on that first map, he literally just inted in. Like, over and over and over, just getting punished. It's like, dude, it's not working. At some point, you got to accept that and just stop.
Fitz looking for targets. Fitz can outplay this wall. Fitz is actually...
He had that same issue for like 3 or 4 games. Yeah, Astro did used to be hyper aggressive, but I think he's someone who I think really found that value. Dude, Fitz is just proving my Doomfist theory wrong. I didn't think he was going to get anywhere near this much value. All right, Lip goes to McCree though, which I like.
Can't quite get a grab, so no duplicated grab.
Oh, that's something the team learns with. Yeah, and he needs to learn that and that kind of stuff. And it's like it is what.
Nasty does catch to you.
I don't think that was nasty at all. That was just kind of, I think that was kind of ambitious. Be the word I would go for. This is really hard for Shanghai to get control again.
Despite landing on somebody, here we go though. Is this gonna be a grab?
Yeah, but they're just. Oh, okay, Fitz. They need to find a solution to Fitz. Oh, that was a bad grab. I think they're gonna get away with it because they have the trance anyway. Dude, someone please kill Fitz. Yo, Lee J Gun's on it. There we go. That's the value of aggressive Lee J Gun, right? Like he does that kind of stuff.
It's just creative Marvel and 2U. I don't know if they can hold on. They need to just try and get as much percentage as possible. Marvel.
Food time. Yo, Aya, go get food. Go outside. Go in the living room. Go in the living room. Get your food.
Okay, we got 90 plus. Good hustle from Seoul. Good hustle. Good hustle.
In regular scenes, but no one in APAC was on the level of Shock in such a good day. Yeah, and that's it.
Shanghai is not. How does Shanghai not win that?
Yeah, that's actually kind of. I think just Lip just got too much. Fitz got too much value. Comes back on the Soldier, which I don't know if I like. I think when you're getting that much value on Doomfist, you just stick it out. I think the Soldier's just not going to be able to get any value.
This makes no sense.
Oh yeah, go on. Go on.
They lost the point after reinforcing. They didn't lose. Seoul didn't lose the.
Yeah, I think that Soldier was a big in. I don't know why you say Doomfist. I think Doomfist has a faster rollout than Soldier, or it'd be comparable. I don't know why he went Soldier. Soldier's like so bad because he just doesn't do enough. Like he does good constant damage, but you just need pick potential in these kind of matchups, right? Which is what Doomfist was giving them, and that's the only reason they were winning. So now I think they're in a really bad spot. Oh wow, Shanghai went very aggressive.
Like I don't rate that. I think it's a bit of a waste of nano. I think you want a nano.
Oh, clean. Oh my god, that was a clean double dink on that wrecking ball. Oh my. Animo goes Lucio, which I like. I honestly think this is going to come down to Fate's Shatter and how long they can live before they get the grab. Oh, Lee Jae Gon, is he going to get caught? No. Pulse bomb. Don't force it. Don't force it. Like they're so afraid of this Shatter that I think the fear of Shatter is better than the Shatter itself. Yeah, just keep fucking with them. Just keep fucking them. They're getting no positioning. They're getting no. Yeah, there you go. Like Marvel's just gonna bleed out eventually, right? Oh, Flutter dies to Animo. Oh, and then he gets the shadow on the creative. Yeah, that was a great play by Fate. Very smart play. Clean. Muff didn't get Rollstar. How? Best main support? I think main support is just very overlooked when you come to Rollstar because Muff isn't as flashy as you think, like FD Gods and your funny Astros and stuff like that. But also, like, a lot of people just, like, it was hard to narrow it down to which flex support should get Rollstar, right? Instead of Rollstar, it should be like main supports, flex supports, all that kind of stuff, right? Not flashy, but still the best, yeah.
Maybe I should have more faith in Fate, but it's...
I think I agree. I would rather have Moth on my lineup than Funny Astro or FD God, because I just think he's consistent. I think he plays pretty much every main support, like, incredibly. But I don't think Moth has as much impact at times as other roles, other main sports. He did have a couple of crazy boops though in this series and have some high impact boops as well.
They're winning. They got the one round. Animo off the map. Lee J gone. Pumpage right there. Creative onto lip. Okay, Creative. We're back in the game. But that's the only kill. Creative is the only guy that can get a kill.
Okay.
Well, that was an underwhelming fight. It was like Creative gets 1 kill, and that's it. All right, we're out of here.
So flexible later half of the year. Good choice. I'll put the knife away. Yeah, don't stab anyone, Liz. Okay, we're not talking bad about Ma. Alright, so Shanghai gets the original fight. Just as I said, I think in this mirror, I think Shanghai is just better. I think they just have the better coordination. So we're seeing there seems to be a fight in the spawn of the Shanghai Dragons between Fitz and like the tanks. Oh wow, that was 1 health on Izayaki. That was great peel by by Void and Lee Jaegon.
70% for profit.
I think the thing that Fate does so well is just not get hacked. And that's I can't say the same for the Shanghai Dragons, as the Seoul Dynasty main tanks. It feels like they're getting hacked a lot and like dying because of that. Well, Fate seems to understand his limitations of how aggressive he can go. Like he seems to be breaking these hacks every time they go for it.
What team is Creative from? He's from Genji. He's from Dynasties.
Base engagements are really good, yeah.
Okay. Big news.
He's just a smart player, right?
Sombras will be heading into this is a very slow game for Sombras, not gonna lie. They don't have
Void best off tech as well. Analyze him, he's just at a different level, yeah. Void is definitely up there with one of the best off tanks in the world. Like I would say it's like Choi, Void, and then like I think the third position goes to like Krong, Hanbin, you know, whichever one, you know, you personally favor, like, right?
AJ gone ulting. Lip is still really close. Creative now has his ultimate available. Great work from Creative to land that. Izayaki's been hacked. Now it's perfect. Fitz, please farm this EMP. You've manual hacked Izayaki. Now is the perfect time to try and land an EMP. Void is nearly dead. Barely gets his...
Oh, Marvel. Yeah, like I feel like the ball players are dying first every time. Oh, okay. He gets the... Oh, I like that. Understanding that there's going to probably be a transcendence to it, just throw the bomb in with it. Really smart play by Shanghai Dragons. Like... Do you understand that like it's almost going to be impossible to EMP the Zen? Nope.
What the fuck just happened? How did that? What? Is this how we end the game?
That did end so abruptly.
Everyone in my chat right now, let it be known.
Is this the summary?
We're going to end next Cup 2021. With Shanghai Dragons winning the final map, the way we're going to end the final map is with me live on stream watching a Shang 9 and saying, what the fuck just happened? That's how we're going to end the tournament. That's how we're going to end the tournament.
Classic.
Okay, I say it's a Shang 9, it's a Seoul 9. Yeah, okay, fine.
It was a Seoul 9.
Look, my point is, it's a C9. It's a C9, okay?
I think that fight was probably over anyway.
And next
I think the fight was over anyway, so I don't think it was the worst thing in the world. Obviously, it's not ideal. There was a bunch of C9s that happened like throughout that series. I don't know. I just think Shanghai's just on another level. I think Fate's been really impressing me. Like as you guys were just talking about, I think Fearless was a loss for the Shanghai Dragons, but I think Fate can definitely fill that role, and he seems to be playing smarter. I think, like a very smart player playing around what he can do. It'll be interesting to see what happens if we end up in this, like... I think Fearless was really good at every other, like, mechanically better than Fate on, like, Winston Reinhardt. And it'll be interesting to see if that comes back to bite them in the ass for Shanghai Dragons. Because, you know, I love Fate and I enjoyed playing with him because he's just such a smart player, but... His Reinhardt, I think, is by far one of his weakest. Like, he's smart enough. He's really good at Orisa. I was questioning whether his ball was going to be good, but he's right there. It's very good. His Winston obviously has great mechanics. Maybe a little bit worse than Fearless, but still, like, I think a smart player to get around that. I think the Reinhardt will be the whole. If we end up in a brawl, hopefully he proves me wrong again, and he ends up farming. So that's really the only thing. But Shanghai look way better than I think anyone in the East once again. It'll be interesting to see what happens if we end up in a different meta, but I think they have themselves pretty clear. Like, Fled is insane. But, you know, we've only really seen them in a Lip Sombra meta for a while, so I'm interested to see what they'll look like. And I'm hoping that we see a different meta coming into the Owl. I would love to just see a shake-up of the meta and go to different heroes. Because as much as I love watching Dive, like, Sombra, just watching Sombras is not always the greatest thing. So, yeah, like, I don't really enjoy Sombra. Yo, what's up, Bunny? I am actually about to end, though, so you're here at the worst of time. So, San Francisco shocked better than everyone else? Yeah, I think you got to agree to that until someone proves them wrong. But myself, like a lot of other people, think that Shock definitely downgraded recently. I think FD God in exchange for Moth, I think I would still prefer Moth, as I said. I think losing Arns, as much as Glister is phenomenal, like Arns was so impactful for this team. In any hit scan meta, I think he was just so dominant. So with those two adjustments, like no Rascal to have that like impact that he had, like are they as good as they used to be? You know, don't doubt Krusty. No one should ever doubt Krusty. We'll see. Like you see, yeah, as you said, you still have Smurf, you still have Choi, you still have Violet, you still got the gang, you still got Shrieker on that Tracer. So you can't put it past them. But are they going to be as dominant, or are they going to be as unstoppable as we saw them last season? Only time will tell. And that's what's actually exciting about this 2021 season coming up, is that there's so many teams that have so many question marks. Like historically, there's been like, we've seen a lot of great teams and they just sort of stayed. But this season, there hasn't really been, like Shanghai might be one of the only teams that really didn't make a whole lot of changes. Is there any other ones that didn't really make a lot of changes? Philly, I guess, but Philly lost a lot of crucial pieces. Glad's kept some, but they even then they changed a bunch of pieces. So I think there's enough movement that I think anyone who says they have any idea what's going to happen is lying to themselves. A lot of it's speculation. So that's why it was really cool looking at these. Oh, Florida's another good one. And YXL demolished their team, right? So that's what's going to be exciting about this 2021 season, is like it literally could go any way. It was awesome to see this cup go up because, you know, it's been dry out here. It's been a barren wasteland for our content. Except for, you know, the Valiant Winter Cup that just obviously worked out great for everyone. But yeah, thank you very much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed it. As I said, I'm going to be watching and reviewing more VODs on stream, and I'll be uploading them more to this YouTube as well. So make sure to follow me on Twitch, YouTube, all that good stuff to see it live or see the VODs. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And if you guys want to see like a specific match, because it's going to be dry again, if you want to see like a specific match, like old school, or there's a lot of players coming out that you want to watch, recommend that in the comments. You guys tell me what you want to see, and we can go from there. So love you all. Peace out. Yeah, that's it.